This story is called Collection Day, and it's part of a series of stories about a paperboy in the 1970s. And I'm not doing a collection or anything, but he just won't shut up. So. This story is just accepted for Lit and Image, coming out in April, so you heard it here first. Collection Day. On Collection Day, my favorite stop is always the Delisario's. Theirs is the last house on my paper route. A shortcut runs from their side yard through a strip of woods to my street, and those same woods offer a great spot for smoking an end-of-route joint. But the best reason is that Lisa Delisario is hot, and she always answers the door because Mrs. Delisario is never home. When Danny and I talk about the girls we'd like to nail, Lisa Delisario tops the list every time. Not that a high school girl would have anything to do with a couple of 7th graders. Rumors that she's got a rich boyfriend who goes to Fairleigh or Rutgers. We don't care, and we don't feel bad about spying from the woods when she and her friends sunbathe on the Delisario's back deck. I ring the bell, and there she is, black hair feathered and blow-dried like an Italian Farrah Fawcett Majors, boobs filling out her tight softball jersey, round ass squeezed into painted on Jordache jeans. Her brown eyes inspect me, and a womanly fragrance hits my nose and travels down my spine. What is it, dweeb? Collection Day. Is your mom home? Is she ever home? How much is it? $2.40 for the week. I hold up the metal ring with her collection card on top. She looks down at it, her hair touching my arm like 100 little live wires. Wait here. She slips inside, the door left ajar like an unanswered question. In my private fantasies, she invites me inside for a soda because it's such a hot day and nobody else is home. A moment later, Lisa's back, shoving 3 crumpled singles at me. Oh, let me get your change, I say. The door slams before I can finish. I hesitate, hoping she reappears and invites me inside. I pretend to organize my subscriber cards, but I'm dreaming if I think that door is going to open again. I tell myself it's okay. I'm happy about the tip and the day is done. Supper's not for a couple more hours. Time to smoke that joint. I cut around the side of the house and take the path into the woods. The trees are fat with summer leaves and the shaded air cool. A side path leads to a pile of granite boulders with a big opening in the middle. When my neighborhood pals and I were little, the boulders played many roles in our games. Fortress, Lifeboat, the USS Enterprise, a German POW camp. I sit down on a low slab and fish the joint and matches out of my sock. One last look around at the houses on either side of the woods. The coast is clear. I light the thing, taking a good long hit. The smoke is harsh and makes me cough, like I have a dry gravel in my throat. I use every muscle in my being to fight the cough and even press my canvas newspaper bag over my mouth. The rush comes on, my body relaxes. I lean back onto the slab and stare up into the green branches. I sigh. Right away, I wish I had something to drink, which makes me think about Lisa. How nice it would be to sit together in her kitchen, or maybe on the sofa, sipping a cold soda and breathing in her mysterious fragrance. If I close my eyes and I try hard, I can almost smell it again. Then I hear a noise, the metallic bang of a screen door. I peek over the rocks, and God damn it, Coach Clausen is in his backyard. He must have heard me coughing. I slip the joint and matches into a crack between 2 rocks. What the hell is he doing home? The last thing I need is to get busted by a prick like him. Last year, he benched me and Danny in town league baseball because he smelled cigarettes on us. When we protested, he said, "Oh yeah? Maybe you want me to explain to your parents the reason? Maybe you want me to do it for you?" A prick, like I said. Danny and I still laugh about how once, before an important game, he rallied the team by producing a baseball signed by Joe DiMaggio. He wouldn't let anyone touch it, of course. Never took the ball out of its protective plastic cube. He just stood there, A slightly older version of the $6 million man, plastic cube held aloft like a trophy. You guys want your name on a baseball someday, huh? You want a bunch of kids looking up to you like Joltin' Joe? You mean that old man on the Mr. Coffee commercials? Danny cracked. Coach Clausen ignored him and went on with the same old speech. Gotta hustle, eye on the ball, practice, 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 practice. But we could tell he was pissed. That was right before we quit. We had better things to do anyway. Once upon a time, we might have thought he was cool, but he was just another asswipe on a power trip. Fuck him and fuck his special baseball. Maybe if it had been signed by Hank Aaron. Coach Clausen walks back and forth on his patio like he's thinking hard about something, then abruptly turns and comes into the woods. I duck back down and hold my breath, expecting him to any second loom over me and pluck me up like a mouse. But nothing happens. I peer over the boulder, and there he is, not even near me, but going out the other side, into the Delisario's yard. He strides up the steps to the back deck, right to the kitchen door, like he owns the place. He doesn't even knock, just turns the knob and slips inside. My mind goes blank. A hollowness expands in my gut, half hunger, half tummy ache. A moment later, Lisa appears in the small picture window. Coach Clausen comes up behind her and bites her neck. She laughs like it tickles. A second later, the Venetian blinds drop and flip closed. My belly contracts to a jagged cold. Not Lisa. It can't be. Motherfucking son of a bitch. I want to kill Coach Clausen. I want to shove that baseball down his fucking throat. I stand up thinking I should march in there and bust them, point my finger at Coach Clausen and tell him to eat shit and die. But when I get to the path, I chicken out and turn right instead. My plan is to cut through the Clausen's yard and come out their driveway, but a strange current takes hold of me. Once my scout troop went whitewater canoeing in the Catskills, and it felt like this, like being picked up and carried away by an irresistible force. The current carries me across the Clausen's yard and patio and up to their house. The sliding glass door opens with a shush. Through the living room and up the stairs, two at a time. The house has the same floor plan as Danny's, and I get the feeling I've been here before, that I know exactly where I'm going. The third bedroom is Mr. Clausen's sports den. Trophies on the shelves, university baseball and tennis, lots of ribbons, a portrait of Coach Clausen as a Marine, another together with his wife someplace tropical, palm trees and blue water, maybe their honeymoon. I spot the plastic cube on the shelf and pop out the baseball. I heft it and line my fingers along the red stitching like a pitcher. It's just an old baseball. I shove it into my canvas newspaper bag, and then I'm back outside, sliding the door shut, a strange exhilaration, a feeling that I'm walking on air. I head for the driveway, but the current carries me back into the woods instead, up the path all the way to the Delisario's yard. I look up at the window, the blinds are still drawn. My hand comes out of the bag with the ball, fingers finding the right alignment. This is going to be easy. The window's way bigger than the strike zone. Thank you.